Hello, it's Vicar Ezekiel Grabow for our 6th day of Advent and our 6th day of the Jesse tree. Lately, we've been talking about the family of Abraham. You might remember that God promised Abraham that through his family, all nations of the world would be blessed. And God also promised Abraham that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky, which is why we have our Starry Night symbol. You might also remember that Abraham had a son named Isaac, and that son was the one that God told Abraham to sacrifice on the mountain. But God didn't let Abraham sacrifice him on the mountain, but gave a ram instead, which is why we have our ram symbol. Now we're talking about the son of Isaac, the grandson of Abraham. His name was Jacob. But Jacob had an older brother. Well, they were twins, but Esau was the one who was born first. So Jacob's older sibling, older twin Esau, should have inherited everything from his father Isaac. But instead, Jacob, through a bit of trickery, ended up getting the inheritance. So that put Esau and Jacob at odds. So Jacob had to leave and go away from his house for a while, just like Abraham had to leave his father's house at God's command. But Jacob wasn't in trouble. God had a plan. On the way, God showed Jacob a vision. This is from Genesis chapter 28. Jacob left Beersheba and went toward Haran. And he came to a certain place and stayed there that night, because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones of that place, he put it under his head and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, there was a ladder set up on earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God were ascending and descending upon it. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your offspring. Your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And in you and your offspring shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Behold, I am with you, and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land. For I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. Then Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. So our symbol for today is a ladder. It's what Jacob saw in his vision, a ladder stretching all the way from earth up to heaven, with angels coming up and down upon it. And at the very top, God himself stood. And if you were paying attention, you might notice that what God told Jacob are the same promises that he made to Abraham. He promised him that his descendants would be numerous, not as the stars, but as the dust of the earth. He promised him the land of Canaan, and he promised him that through his family, all nations of the earth would be blessed. So Jacob would continue the line going towards the birth of Jesus. And that ladder isn't just a funny symbol that God showed to Jacob. No, the ladder shows us what Jesus would do. Jesus would connect heaven and earth together. Because Jesus isn't just the Son of Man, he's also the Son of God. And through him, we have access to the Father. We'll talk next time.